The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Dog.
They'll start by running the option to the right. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Fuck that, come on.
After a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing is Wilson. Pass taken in by his big team. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1 down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18, and hopefully...
That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jamal Agnew, 50 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's
good looks.
A 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Hey, Benzes and Trackhawks, who was out? Shows you how to get my attention, baby. I like catch stuff. Got a scheme, we be hella catch stuff.
run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 74 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
How easy can it be? That's the real question. Just how easy can that play be? Just ridiculous. That's all people do, bro.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. An option handoff given to Harris. Fighting his way through contact.
Go, boys.
He's taken down inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him.
Not really power, dude.
That second down play nets a -4.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to shake him off. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones.
We fucked it, dude.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson
Punt, bro, punt.
not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the first. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Here, but not before he does pick up the first. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to an Atlanta 1st down. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
And the defense got to be shaking their head, though. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
Holy cow.
Out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Penix dancing to his left.
Holy cow, fellas.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's going to be met at about the 43. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to get this one.
There we go, fellas. There we go.
Into the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Penix. Throw left side. There's London. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give left side to Robinson. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now Wilson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. A play fake. Now Penix. Looking deep here from Mooney. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. Still going. He's on his way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the
Hey, this is crazy work, fellas. Come on.
That's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll throw with Penix. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
21 yards there on 3rd down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To the air, Penix. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead down to 20. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket. And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. Bring up a 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Steamer.
Now it's the backup Cousins. That is caught, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Yellow.
Now Cousins. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Looking deep here for Mooney. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jarnell Mooney, 38 yards. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Man in motion is Agnew. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Russell Wilson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They're going to run it with Harris. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Can't. Two. Wait, that.
To throw is Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
they have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Black. Hey, we're good.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Wilson changing the play. Now they fake the jet sweep there, and a run instead with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, some strong running. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Cousins. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Cousins to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Listen to me. Hey, steamer.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss.